guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here, and we want to talk with you guys about being intentional in a romantic relationship. This is a fun topic for me because, as most of you know, last year, October 14th, 2017, my now fiance and I started our relationship, and something that was on like the tip of my mind, I guess like the front of my mind when we started our relationship was the word intentional. Being intentional, intentionality, and really with my fiance too, that's what we were thinking of. And so it was just cool to go into the relationship with that mindset. And then also with this idea of, okay, I'm being intentional with this guy to discover, should we get married? Should we not? Being intentional every step of the way. And then really striving to glorify God throughout the relationship process. And having those things on the front of our minds during our relationship honestly changed the way that we went about romance. It changed the way that we went about getting to know each other. And I am super excited about the way that we did it and the way that it went about. And I'm so excited. I mean, I'm getting married in less than a month. I just am totally excited. But I want you to know, we're not going to share with you everything about how to go about a relationship, but we want to kind of give you a sneak peek into what I did, what you did a long time ago,
over 7 years ago.
Hopefully bring these words to the front of your mind. Okay, how can I be intentional and how can I glorify God when I'm in a relationship? Here are just a few really practical things that you can do as soon as you're in a relationship to be intentional. Number one, and this is going to sound really funny, but when you're in a relationship, talk to your guy about what it looks like to be intentional.
Amen.
Have that conversation. So many people get into romantic relationships and it just kind of happens. You kind of passively just let the relationship just go whatever direction it's going, and you don't have intentional conversations to say, hey, what do you think an intentional relationship looks like? Where do you see this relationship going? Or what do you think it looks like to honor God in romance? Like,
I love this.
Asking some basic questions up front can change the entire tone and honestly the direction of the relationship, because now you're talking about together, how can we both be intentional? What does that look like? And it might even reveal some stuff early on of like, well, this guy has no idea what it means to be intentional. He doesn't even care about glorifying God. And as you ask these questions, it might reveal some things early on that might show you, ooh, maybe this isn't the best choice. And so even though that's funny, early on, talk about being intentional.
I agree.
Ask good questions of your guy. Like, what are you convicted about? What kind of boundaries do you think are important? Do you value purity? What does that look like in a romantic relationship? Like, so many things that you can talk about in the beginning to really discern, are we on the same page? Are we on board? How can we be intentional? What does that look like? So number one, have a conversation up front about what it looks like to be intentional together. Second way to be intentional is to read a biblically grounded book or do a solid Bible study together. Now, it's amazing how many people don't actually take advantage of the incredible resources that are available to us just reading a really solid Christian book, a biblically grounded book on the topic of marriage. Like a few of our favorites, The Sacred Marriage by Gary Thomas.
Sacred Search.
Sorry, The Sacred Search. He has another one, right?
Yeah,
The Sacred Marriage?
I think The Sacred Marriage. Yeah, The Sacred Search I think is a good one for in relationships.
That's true.
Though,
The Sacred Search, Sacred Marriage is a good one too. And then The Meaning of Marriage by Tim Keller, another really great one. There are and that's just like the tip of the iceberg.
But those are awesome.
Yes, those are awesome. You can go on our girldefined.com on our website. We talk all about this stuff. So you can find more resources there. And Love to Find would be a great one to read. But seriously, going through a book, because Zach and I did this. I know you and Dave did this. And it's amazing how many things you realize you don't actually know. You're like, oh, I've never thought about this. And I would have never thought about this except the fact that we're reading this chapter together. And now it's bringing this up and we have to talk about it. So go through a solid biblically based book together about marriage, about relationships. Join a Bible study. I know one that you love is Bible Study Fellowship, BSF.
It's all over the world.
It's an international Bible study in like so many countries, so many states. Look it up. BSF, go online. You can find a place in your city to join a weekly Bible study where you
and the guy can
do it together, or maybe the same Bible study but on different nights for men and women. It's really awesome. Or maybe a Bible study at your church, a small group, whatever it is. Be intentional to learn and grow. There are so many endless resources out there to help you. If we're ignorant, it's really our fault because we're not tapping into the endless resources that we can use to dig in to help our relationship grow and become more biblically grounded. The third thing that we suggest doing is to go through a list of questions. And now when I say this, people are like, well, I'm not trying to be an interviewer, FBI agent. Like, what's the problem? And it's like, people, like, there are so many things we don't know about each other. I mean, I've been a sister of hers for 30 years and I still don't know a lot.
We should go through a list of questions.
So Dave and I literally went through this list of questions. It's on our website. We're going to link to it below. It's 136 questions to ask in a romantic relationship. And these are just questions. Some of them are more intense. Some of them are really light, from your spiritual life to habits to the future. convictions. It basically takes you through all sorts of questions, and it's just like a guide to help you to know what to ask, to bring up conversation.
You're not interrogating him.
You're not
It's
interrogating
not an
him.
interrogation.
Yeah,
it's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Like a little rhyme.
It's basically just a way for you both to get to know each other. You both ask these questions of each other. And then if something comes up where you're like, wow, we really see differently on this issue, or I had no idea you thought this way, then you're able to stop and really consider that question. Is this a big deal? Is this a small deal? You know, you can really think through it before you're married, before you get so head deep into it. Yeah, it's on this side. Dave and I did all of these questions, and I am telling you, they were amazing. We both loved it. And I have passed this list out to so many people, and that's why we posted it on our website, because so many of you were like, we want this list. So I encourage you, download it, share it with your guys, say, hey, I heard about this on a video. What do you think? And start working through them, because I think it will be amazing for your relationship. Fourth thing, you want to find a mentor couple to seek wisdom from. Now, this can sound kind of scary, like a mentor couple, like what is this? You know, but basically it's just an older, wiser couple, whether it's in your church, your parents, his parents, a couple where you say, wow, we really respect them. We really respect who they are. And we could go to them with our questions. Now, maybe you don't have one couple. Maybe you know a godly woman and he knows a godly man. That's okay too. But basically, it's just someone for each of you to be able to go to with these questions. Maybe the list of questions brought something up and you're like, I need some help. You can both go to this couple, or you can go talk. He can go talk. They can offer accountability to you, insight, because trust me, when you're in that relationship, there may be something that's a big deal, but you're like, he's amazing. And you're making it a small deal, but it needs to be a big deal. And they can help you with those things. They can say, yes, this is an issue. You need to talk about this. Or this is a really big deal. Y'all may need to really consider this. You know, whatever it is, they can bring some balance, some stability, some perspective, some wisdom. Proverbs has a lot to say about wisdom. It is literally the book of wisdom. And it talks about, in Proverbs 4:7 specifically, about the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. And whatever you do, seek wisdom. Basically, the entire verse, Proverbs 4:7, is saying, wisdom is this: get wisdom, seek wisdom, chase after wisdom, go after wisdom. And Proverbs talks all about that. So whatever you do in your relationship, don't just coast. Don't do it solo. Don't do it on your own. Seek wisdom, find that couple, and it will be so helpful as you try to figure out this very complicated thing called romance and relationships. So get that couple and get wisdom.
We hope these few things that we shared will help you just get your wheels turning of like, okay, I haven't even thought of some of these things. I need to be intentional. How can I be intentional? Just starting to think even more in that direction. So that's our goal for you. That is our passion with this post, is that romance doesn't need to be a passive thing that we just kind of get into, and we're not really intentional. We're not really thinking. We're not seeking wisdom. Be intentional. This is a huge area of your life. We're talking about romance that could lead to marriage, that could lead to forever. Like, that's a really big deal. So take it seriously, and we challenge you to do that. And we know that some of you also have incredible ideas that maybe you've implemented in your romantic relationship, or things you've read that you're like, one day I really want to do this in my romantic relationship, and we'd love to hear that. So share below additional ideas on how you have been or have learned how to be intentional in your romantic relationship. We'd love to hear from you below.
Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give it a double thumbs up. And if you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel below, because we post new videos every Wednesday. And if you want to keep up with us on a more regular basis, then head on over to our blog, girldefined.com, where you can keep with us on like more than just Wednesday, Monday, Friday, all the time.
If you want to learn more about God's design for romance, specifically for a girl, like understanding God's design for womanhood and romance, check out our new book, Love Defined, Embracing God's Vision for Lasting Love and Satisfying Relationship. It just came out this year.
Link
and
below.
Seriously, for love and romance, it could be life-changing for you. Check out Love Defined.
Because we have to
talk about being intentional with your guy?
Yeah.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Keep it short, keep it short. Short is short.
Nice, George.
Much better than anticipated.
We're in a hurry.
We're in a huge hurry.
Amen. I'm really getting the amens today.
You made a pause.
Get wisdom.
You made a pause?
So that
One of the ways that we keep this channel afloat is through people just like you supporting us through patreon.com/girldefined. It's basically a way for people who say, I love what you're doing. I want to see this channel thrive on YouTube, a place where there aren't a lot of channels like this. We don't want Girl Defined to go away. So we are going to commit to supporting you with just a little bit of financial support. $1, $2, $3 per video per month. We're talking less than a latte. every month. We want to see it going. And so if you want to be that person, you're saying, yes, I support this. I do not want to see Girl Defined go away. I want to see this thrive. I want to see this channel thrive. I want to get behind it. Then click the link below, patreon.com/girldefined, and link arms with us. Join us today.